Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare $1 coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today we're diving into one of the most talked about coins in American history, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony $1 coin. You might think it's just another old dollar, but believe me, this little piece of metal hides stories, mysteries, and values that can surprise even experienced collectors. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you might want to check your coin jars and pockets right away. Let's rewind to 1979, a year when the United States decided to honor one of its most courageous women, Susan B. Anthony, a fearless leader who fought for women's right to vote. This was the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real woman, and the mint expected it to be revolutionary. But things didn't go quite as planned. The coin was smaller and closer in size to a quarter, which caused constant confusion at cash registers. People started rejecting it, and soon it vanished from everyday use. But that rejection made it rare, and rare things become treasure for collectors. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin truly special. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can find the mint mark just above Susan's right shoulder. The Philadelphia version carries a P, Denver a D, and San Francisco an S. Most of these coins are common and worth their face value, but hidden among them are varieties and minting errors that can make a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. One of the most famous varieties is the wide rim, or near date, 1979 P dollar. On this version, the date sits very close to the edge of the coin, giving it a thicker appearance. Only a small number of these were struck, making them highly collectible. If you have one in great condition, you're holding something truly valuable. Then there's the San Francisco proof coins, which come in 2 types. Type 1 has a blurry or filled-in S mint mark, while Type 2 has a crisp, clear S. That tiny difference can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream, and it doesn't stop there. There are striking errors too. Some $1,979 were accidentally struck on the wrong metal blank, such as a quarter planchet. Others were struck off-center or with part of the coin missing, known as a clipped planchet. These mistakes are extremely rare and bring enormous excitement to collectors. Each flaw tells a story about what happened inside the mint that day, a split-second human or machine error that created a unique coin no one else has. Collectors love this coin not only because of its design but because of the thrill of discovery. You can look at a handful of $1,979 and never notice one special detail that could make your coin worth a fortune. It's like treasure hunting in plain sight. So how do you check your coin? First, look for the date. It should say 1979. Then, locate the mint mark above the shoulder. Next, look at the rim. If the date sits very close to the edge, you might have the wide rim variety. If your coin has an S, look carefully at the shape of that letter. A sharp, clear S indicates the rarer proof Type 2 version. And of course, check for anything that looks unusual: off-center strikes, missing edges, strange shapes or metal colors. These can all signal valuable mint errors. Now let's talk about real money, the part everyone waits for. The majority of 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollars are worth around $1 in circulated condition. Uncirculated examples might bring $5 to $15 depending on their grade. But here's where it gets exciting. A pristine wide rim 1979 P dollar has sold for around $15,000 in top mint state condition. Error coins, like those struck on the wrong planchet, have reached over $10,000 at major auctions. Even proof coins with the rare Type 2 mint mark can be worth several $100s or more. So before you spend that coin or toss it in your change drawer, take another look. What seems like an ordinary dollar could actually be a small fortune. Coins like these remind us that history can hide right in our hands, and sometimes, history pays. Top 2, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins of modern America, the 2000 P Sacagawea $1. This golden beauty might look common, but some rare versions of it are worth thousands of dollars today. So listen closely, because what you think is just a shiny dollar could actually be a small fortune hiding right in your collection. The year 2000 marked a new chapter in U.S. coinage history. After the unpopular Susan B. Anthony dollar, the U.S. Mint decided to try again, this time with something bold, golden, and full of meaning. They chose Sacagawea, the young Native American woman who guided Lewis and Clark on their legendary expedition across the American frontier. Her image, with her baby son Jean-Baptiste on her back, became the face of this new millennium dollar coin. And at the bottom, you'll notice the small letter P, the mint mark from Philadelphia. When these coins first hit circulation, they were nicknamed the Golden Dollars because of their unique color. Made with a mix of copper, zinc, manganese, and nickel, they were meant to stand out, and they sure did. But what really makes the 2000p Sacagawea dollar stand out today is the hunt for its rare errors and varieties that can make it worth far more than face value. Now, let's uncover the secrets that make this coin truly special. The most famous of all is the legendary Cheerios dollar. Back in late 1999, the U.S. Mint partnered with General Mills to promote the new coin. They placed over 5,000 2000p Sacagawea dollars inside boxes of Cheerios cereal as a special giveaway. But here's the twist, those coins had a different design on the eagle's tail feathers on the reverse side. Instead of smooth, plain feathers like the regular coins, the Cheerios dollars have sharply detailed, raised lines on each feather. That small difference made them incredibly rare and valuable. Today, finding a true Cheerios dollar is like striking gold, but that's not the only valuable version. There's also the Wounded Eagle variety, caused by a die gouge that looks like a scar running across the eagle's belly. Collectors pay huge premiums for this dramatic mint error. Another rare find is the multiple strike or double die coin, where the design looks slightly doubled or ghosted. These are accidental errors from the minting process, and every collector dreams of finding one. And don't forget the coin struck on the wrong planchet. A few 2000p Sacagawea dollars were accidentally made on Susan B. Anthony planchets from 1999, giving them a silver color instead of gold. These are among the rarest and most valuable modern errors in U.S. coin history. Just imagine pulling that from an old jar of change. Collectors are fascinated by the story, the artwork, and the symbolism of the Sacagawea dollar. The coin represents exploration, courage, and progress, and owning one feels like holding a piece of American history. Even though millions were minted, very few have the unique traits or minting mistakes that make them truly valuable. That's why coin enthusiasts check every edge, every detail, and every mark, hoping to find that one coin that stands out. Now let's talk about what everyone's waiting for, the real money. Most regular 2000p Sacagawea dollars that have circulated are worth just $1. Uncirculated examples in perfect condition can sell for around $3 to $10. But here's where things get exciting. The rare Cheerios dollar has sold at auction for over $15,000 in pristine condition. The Wounded Eagle variety can bring $2,000 to $3,000 depending on its grade. And the extremely rare transitional error struck on the wrong planchet has reached auction prices well above $25,000. Yes, that's right, a small golden coin that could be sitting in a drawer might actually be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Top 3, we're unlocking the mystery behind one of America's boldest coins, the 1971 Eisenhower $1. Don't be fooled by its size, this big, heavy coin could be hiding a big value. Some versions are worth just $1, but others can bring thousands at auction. So listen carefully, because you might have a hidden gem sitting right in your collection. The Eisenhower dollar, often called the Ike dollar, was first minted in 1971. It was the first U.S. $1 coin struck since 1935 and honored Dwight D. Eisenhower, the World War II hero and 34th President of the United States. On the reverse side, you'll see an eagle landing on the moon, a tribute to the Apollo 11 mission, celebrating America's first moon landing. It's more than a coin, it's a piece of American pride, but not all 1971 Eisenhower dollars are created equal. The Mint produced 3 main versions that year, from Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, marked D, and San Francisco, marked S. Most Philadelphia and Denver coins were made for everyday circulation and struck from copper-nickel. The San Francisco Mint, however, created collector versions in 40% silver. These silver coins shine brighter, weigh slightly more, and are worth much more than face value. Now, let's talk about the exciting part, the rare varieties and minting errors that make this coin valuable. One of the most famous is the 1971 D-friendly eagle variety. On this version, the eagle's features appear smoother and the earth on the reverse looks slightly different, a small detail that turns this coin into a collector's prize. Another rare find is the double die error, where letters or numbers on the front appear slightly doubled. And then there are the dramatic off-center strikes or wrong planchet coins, mistakes during minting that can make your coin one of a kind. Collectors love the 1971 Eisenhower because it was the last large-size dollar coin made for circulation. It has weight, history, and character, everything coin lovers appreciate. Most people overlook them, thinking they're just heavy pocket change, but those who know what to look for can uncover true treasures. So how do you check your coin? First, look for the date, 1971. Then check for a mint mark above the date. No letter means Philadelphia, D means Denver, and an S means San Francisco. Silver versions will look more golden silver and have a cleaner edge. Hold it under good light, look for doubling on Liberty or the date, and study the eagle's details. Those small differences can turn an ordinary coin into a valuable collector's piece. Now, let's talk about real money, what these coins are actually worth today. A regular 1971 Eisenhower from circulation is usually worth about $1 to $3. A well-preserved uncirculated version can bring around $10 to $25. The silver-clad San Francisco version can sell for $40 to $100 depending on its condition. But the rare friendly eagle variety has fetched around $1,500 in top mint condition. And major mint errors, such as off-center strikes or coins struck on the wrong metal, have reached more than $10,000 at auction. So before you spend that big old Eisenhower dollar, take one more look at it. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of American history, a symbol of power, and maybe even a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. Top 4, we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in U.S. history, the 1972 Eisenhower $1. At first glance, it might look like just another big dollar coin, but some versions of this coin are so rare that they've sold for thousands of dollars at auction. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot a valuable 1972 Eisenhower dollar hiding in your collection. Let's go back to the story behind this iconic coin. The Eisenhower dollar, also known as the Ike dollar, was first introduced in 1971 to honor Dwight D. Eisenhower, the great American general and 34th President of the United States. The coin also celebrated one of the proudest achievements in U.S. history, the Apollo 11 moon landing. That's why the reverse side features an eagle landing on the surface of the moon, holding an olive branch, symbolizing peace. It's a powerful image that connects history, leadership, and exploration all in one design, but the 1972 Eisenhower dollar is where things get really interesting. This year's coins came with not one, not two, but 3 different reverse designs, known to collectors as Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3. And one of these is extremely rare and valuable. Here's how to tell the difference. On the reverse of the coin, look closely at the earth just above the eagle. In Type 1, the earth looks rough and the islands of Florida and Cuba are faintly visible. In Type 3, the globe is more detailed and the islands look sharper. But Type 2, that's the jackpot coin. The Type 2 earth shows no visible islands at all. It's smooth, simple, and was accidentally used on only a small number of 1972 Philadelphia minted coins. That mistake created one of the most famous modern rarities in U.S. coin collecting, the 1972 Type 2 Eisenhower dollar. If you find one of these, congratulations, you've got something special. Only a small number were made before the mint corrected the design, and collectors have been hunting them ever since, but that's not the only thing that makes this coin exciting. The 1972 Eisenhower dollar also has other varieties and minting errors that can make it extremely valuable. There are double die obverse where the letters or numbers look slightly doubled. Some coins have off-center strikes or missing edges. A few even show partial designs caused by striking mistakes. And if you ever come across a silver-clad 1972 Eisenhower struck in Philadelphia, you might have an experimental coin that never should have left the mint. Those are incredibly rare and valuable. Collectors love these coins not only for their beauty but also for their size and history. They're the last large-sized dollar coins ever made for circulation in the US, giving them a bold, old-fashioned feel that no modern coin can match. When you hold one, it's like holding a piece of American history, heavy, solid, and full of stories. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know: how much are they worth today? Most regular 1972 Eisenhower dollars that have circulated are worth around $1 to $3. Uncirculated versions can bring $10 to $25 depending on condition. But here's where it gets exciting: the rare Type II variety can be worth over $1,000 even in average condition, and in top mint state grades, it has sold for around $12,000 at major auctions. Add in a rare mint error or high-grade proof, and the value can climb even higher. So before you spend that big, shiny dollar, take a good look at the earth on the back. Those tiny details could mean the difference between $1 and thousands. Top 5, and last rare coin, we're talking about a true American classic, the 1974 Eisenhower $1 coin. It's big, it's bold, and it's the last of its kind. But what makes this coin truly special is that some versions are worth way more than just $1. So grab your coins, because you might be holding something worth hundreds or even thousands without realizing it. Let's start with a bit of history. The Eisenhower dollar, often called the Ike dollar, was minted from 1971 to 1978. It was the first U.S. dollar coin issued after the peace dollar of 1935 and the last large-sized dollar ever made for circulation. It honors Dwight D. Eisenhower, the brilliant World War II general who became the 34th President of the United States. On the reverse side, you'll find a proud eagle landing on the moon, holding an olive branch, a powerful tribute to the Apollo 11 moon landing. The silver-clad proof and uncirculated versions from the San Francisco Mint contain 40% silver. They were never intended for general use but for collectors, and because of that, they're often found in pristine condition. These silver coins have a brighter color, a smoother surface, and a heavier feel. A few were accidentally struck on wrong planchets, such as a copper-nickel blank meant for a quarter, making the coin lighter and smaller. These small imperfections can transform an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Then there's the mystery of the 1974 silver-proof errors. A few coins show weak strikes or cloudy surfaces due to experimental minting techniques. Even tiny variations in the finish can make a big difference in value. Collectors around the world search for these special versions, knowing they hold not only metal value but also history and rarity. What makes the Eisenhower dollar so fascinating is that it marks the end of an era. After 1978, the U.S. Mint stopped making large-sized dollar coins for everyday use. The 1974 Ike dollar is one of the last heavy metal dollars you could actually hold in your hand, solid, strong, and full of character. That makes it a favorite among collectors and history lovers alike. Now, let's get to the exciting part: the real money. A regular 1974 Eisenhower dollar from circulation is typically worth around $1 to $3. Uncirculated examples can go for $10 to $25 depending on their grade. But the silver-clad San Francisco proof coins are worth more, often between $40 and $100. And when we talk about rare errors or perfectly graded silver proofs, prices jump dramatically. Some high-grade proof 1974 silver Eisenhower dollars have sold for around $400 to $500. Error coins, especially wrong planchet or off-center strikes, have reached auction values of over $5,000. Thanks for watching, my friends. If you enjoyed learning about the 1974 Eisenhower dollar, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and share it with other collectors. Keep hunting, keep checking, and remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes, that story is worth thousands.